Officially open. The Cincinnati Bengals are on the clock. The first pick in the 2020 draft, the Cincinnati Bengals select
What is going on? Either way, like and subscribe, of course, as you see on the screen. But today we're doing a mock draft. It's going to be my final one. I'm doing 3. And let's just say this. It's not too realistic. My screen's glitched. Either way. It's not too realistic. Just saying that. But it's basically what I think is going to happen either way. First pick, obviously, Trevor Lawrence. It's pretty obvious. Urban Meyer, everything. They're like, what are you sharing playbooks? It's kind of like, if you don't pick them, then you're stupid. Zach Wilson to the Jets. They traded. It could be someone else, but it's not going to be. Zach Wilson, QB, out of BYU to the Jets. Third pick is a little bit up in the air for the Niners. They traded up, and I think they're going to get Mac Jones. Just for the fact that he fits their system best, and it seems like he's the one that they're most interested in. And then going up to the Falcons, they need to pick Kyle Pitts because, honestly, he's the best player in this draft in terms of athleticism and all that junk. He's one of the best tight ends to come out of the draft in a long time. Other than guys like, I don't know, let's just say Travis Kelce. Either way, Kyle Pitts goes to the Falcons. They should not trade out of this pick. They should take him, get what they can, try to, I guess you could say small rebuild, but Matt Ryan's getting up there in age. Can't keep him for the next 10 years, just saying. Penei Sewell. Yeah, people are saying Ja'Marr Chase, which is totally fine, because if they do that, I wouldn't be surprised. But their offensive line was so bad last year. Yeah, Riley Reef should be put inside, honestly. He won't have this big responsibility, and Jamal will and then I think it's Jamal Williams. I don't think it's Jamal Williams. Either way, is it Connor? Oh, either way, I forgot the guy's name. Let me check. Something Williams. I'm gonna be so mad. I just forget his first name. Okay, Jonah Williams. He can play left tackle, but they need a right tackle, or they just need another good offensive lineman to protect Joe Burrow. Basically, that's all. Ja'Marr Chase is going to the Dolphins, most likely because they need a receiver. They need anything, just about anything, to help out Tua trying to develop. So many people think, no, he's not going here. Devontae Smith will not go there. I still agree with the fact that Devontae Smith is going to the Lions. They don't have a good receiver right now. Devontae Smith should rally them. Jared Goff, they should do some play action with him, and it might work out decent and not a mess. Here's the thing. Caleb Farley is honestly a better cornerback than Patrick Surtain. As much as people don't, he got targeted more, and he was tested more, and he did. Honestly, I've watched his film. There's not much big a difference. And I think Caleb Farley's going to go to the Panthers at 8. You might think, yeah, defense is a big need. They don't need quarterback. If they draft quarterback, I'll be very surprised. It's just not the position of need. Well, it's a huge position of need, and they don't really have a great cornerback other than Dante Jackson. Yeah, A.J. Boye, but they need another cornerback for the future. A.J. Boye is not a future solution. Either way, Broncos are going to trade back with the Patriots. So this is basically now the Patriots pick. And I don't know what they're going to trade for him, but they're getting Justin Fields. Bill Belichick never trades up. And if I don't get this right, I won't be surprised. But trading to 10, I don't think the Cowboys want to, like, when you look at it, it goes Cowboys, Giants, Eagles. They don't want to risk trading back to 15 and risk Surtain or even J.C. Horn for it, and they don't want to go after J.C. Horn because their man is Patrick Surtain, as you know. So Patriots are going to trade up and draft Justin Fields out of Ohio State. Patrick Surtain is I've already given a hint, is going to the Cowboys. Patrick Surtain is very fundamental, but he has some things where you're like, come on. He's not as physical as he could be at times, but otherwise he's just not as aggressive as he could be. But he's still a great prospect. So that's the thing. He's still a great prospect. Okay, the Giants' offensive line was so bad last year. Honestly, Christian Darrisaw might not even play. I mean, Rashawn Slater out of Northwestern might not even play on the outside because honestly, their tackles weren't that off. Honestly, Matt Peart was actually their best offensive lineman last year. And then, I guess you could say, who was it? Oh yeah, Andrew Thomas got better, but he's not great. But moving on from that subject, they will get a good offense, a very good prospect, and Rashawn Slater, the Giants will. Either way, Philadelphia Eagles will draft Jalen Waddle. He's the only receiver left that they probably would want who's so explosive. I just can't keep saying he's the most explosive player in this whole class, and they need someone explosive to help out Jalen Hurts, who, as you saw, wanted to take a lot of shots, and it kind of worked because he actually didn't play that bad. And Chargers are gonna have someone to help out Kenneth Murray Kenneth Murray Jr. because they're gonna draft Micah Parsons, who is probably or might be the best defensive player in this class outside of the secondary. He's very good and can wreck a play on anything. He has some character issues, as some people say. He complains a little, but either way, I think it's happening because he's a great prospect and it makes sense. And then, so when you look at the Vikings, there's a lot of it's not the outside, it was the inside pressure on Kirk Cousins last year that really hurt him. And they'll get some help with Elijah Vera-Tucker helping him on the inside. He might not even play there. Remember, this is the Broncos pick, and I think they're taking Christian Darrisaw because Ja'Wuan James hasn't been good. Elijah Wilkinson is not great either. He's not bad, but he's just not great. But when you really take things into mind, they just don't have a very good offensive line. And Drew Lock, yeah, you could say they might take a quarterback like Trey Lance, but not really. So when you think about it, it's going to be Christian Darrisaw going here to the psych. Yeah, I just got you guys so hard. They're actually going to take Trey Lance. Yeah, you might. This is pretty late for Trey Lance. No, not really. Look at the teams. Panthers, no. Next three, no. And then Vikings, no. Cardinals, no. Raiders, no. Dolphins, no. Football team, no. I just have them going here just for the fact that that is most likely what's going to happen. And then Christian Darrisaw is going to go pretty late. So, Trey Lance to the Broncos. If they don't take him, I'll be surprised. They should take him, honestly. If they trade down, they should take him. Cardinals, J.C. Horn. They need someone to replace Fat Pete, and they don't have one so far, so they just do that. J.C. Horn to the Cardinals. I honestly think that Trey Lance sitting behind what we know now as Drew Lock for a couple games, it would make a lot of sense, and they'll just put him in after. 17 line. This is pretty dang easy for me. It's Jeremiah Owusu J.O.K. What you say that? He is probably the best linebacker in this class in terms of character and all that junk. He's a very good prospect. I like him and it makes sense. So he will go to the Raiders. I'm just looking over my mock draft quick just to make sure there's no mistakes. Okay, so after some, let's just say reviewing, either way, first edge prospect you could say is going, and it's gone the Miami Dolphins. They don't have a great edge man right now besides Manu Agua, and he needs someone to help out, so they'll have a rush end, so that's good. And then football team, I have him taking a cornerback by the name of Greg Newsome. He's not great, not awesome, not bad either, but he's definitely a number one cornerback. It makes sense to take him. They need someone to help out. Formerly known William Jackson III on the edge with Kenneth Warren in the slot. Rashad Bateman's going to be picked by the Bears for this reason and this reason only. They need wide receiver, they need offense, they need someone to help out their quarterback to prove that Trubisky wasn't the answer, and that makes sense. Now here's another trade. The Steelers are going to be trading up just for the fact they don't want to get their guy going away. Yeah, they do need an offensive line, but they don't give a crap because they will pick Najee Harris, not the Colts. The Colts have too many running backs. Either way. Edge for the Titans. What do you think about? Who are they going to pick? It's going to be pretty darn easy. Kwity Paye, best guy available. Makes sense. Jets, it's actually kind of hard when you think about it. Look at the receiving core. They don't have a number one. Yeah, Corey Davis maybe. Kadarius Toney will really help. He'll be like a Curtis Samuel, want to call that. Now the Colts, who traded back, will take one of my favorite, Azeez Ojulari, and here's why. He's out of Georgia. He was probably their best defender by a little bit of a margin, because wow, it was pretty bad in some ways. But then when you look at what do the Jacks need? They need offensive tackle. Christian Darrisaw. Yeah, Jamal. I want to see what. Let's just see what team is Jamal. If this thing goes. I'll just check on that later. Either way, Browns are going to be taking safety because they need to complete a secondary that needs help. It's not going to be Javon Holland. I honestly think the Rams need to trade up to get him, but whatever. Because Javon Holland, I want the Rams taking. Let's just say that. So you talk about desperate for a receiver. The Ravens aren't going to take a receiver because it would be a huge reach. And Jason Oweh makes a lot of sense just for being safe and to make it seem. And here's my favorite pick in the draft to seal the draft. Zaven Collins out of Tulsa. Like, oh my gosh, it's such a big pick. It's a very good pick, and I like it. Packers, Jamin Davis. Here's why. They need another linebacker in the middle with their play caller, and as known, I don't think it's Christian Kirksey. I think it's it might be Christian Kirksey. Either way, they need a middle linebacker, and that is exactly what Jamin Davis is. Bills, Joe Tryon. He doesn't win a lot on the edge, but I like what he does when he contains. He can contain the edge pretty well, and he's not great at winning. I think if he gets better, that he could just be a huge steal for them, but he needs to get better at beating the tackles, and he'll be fine. Chiefs, Tevin Jenkins, and Tevin Jenkins is like, oh my gosh. It's almost as big as a steal, but some Mahomes in the Super Bowl, you know what happened. And then Baron Browning is going to go here. It's just a luxury pick, but they it wouldn't be it wouldn't be that bad if they take a linebacker, just for the sake that some guys will just be gone. So either way, this is going to be my mock draft. Please like and subscribe for more, and hope you have a good day. But this is another mock draft, but what would be really cool, honestly, is if this was all correct this first round. If it is, it would be really cool. Either way, like and subscribe for more, and hope you have a good day.